An evil Craig. Oh man,
I
we love him.
Everybody hit record on your Audacity.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, and there's my waveform. Hey.
I forgot we were doing that, but now I didn't.
Yay.
Yay. Okay.
The evil Craig. So what more than likely will happen is evil Craig may kill Craig. As long as evil Craig is still in here, it's fine.
Fratricide.
Oh Jesus.
We still have recordings.
Raymond.
This is like the battle of good and evil, and we just need to see which one wins out. But one of them has to win.
90% of the time, evil Craig wins.
Oh no.
Like, it's inevitable one of them will crash during almost every game.
God, that's ridiculous.
Now we just have two.
Welcome to 2021, everyone.
And then we still need backup. Because sometimes it still doesn't work.
Uh,
I've learned my lesson once, never again.
Never again.
Man.
Don't make me re-record an episode. I feel so weird.
I've had to do it like only the once, and I swore to myself I would never do it again.
Exactly.
we lost one. Huh?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, we lost one early on that was just RP, and I was like, I don't think we can get that back because it was so good, but like you can't like redo that and make it feel real again. So we just like, oh well, that's a lost time. Oops.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Insert jaunty tune here. Yeah.
I lost one for somebody who was in Malaysia, and I'm like, I know that you only have Friday, but can we record this Friday?
Whoa.
Also, I'm recording 8 other things this week. It's fine, please. Can we just record? That's the only day I have free. That was when I tried to get Thanksgiving week off. I overdid it the week before and almost burnt myself out.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh.
Dude.
All right, let's go. Let's
go.
bring some
Fine.
Rocky.
It's fine. Hi everyone. Didn't think we'd be doing this anytime soon.
Hooray!
Didn't think we'd be back, but here we are. Wow. I guess we could go down the list again and run down what you are, what you do, where they could find you, that thing. And also, like, in case someone's starting with the second one, in which case, why? But in case you are, maybe you can...
Like a description, there'll be a link.
Yeah, there'll be a link to the first one. Like, go listen to it. It's a lot of fun.
Watch the first one. It was great.
You'll be so confused if you don't.
Yeah, no, like, there's so much. A lot happened in that very little amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
That only lasted for like an hour and a half, something like that. Kind of short.
I think so.
Wait, really? Gosh.
Yeah, no, Wyldrvir sessions. I did one. This is weird aside, but I did one Friday that literally went for like 59, like an hour on the dot, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, that was so much fun! I feel like I just had a full session." I was like, "Oh my god, okay." I gave you like an improv scenario. Are you guys okay? But yeah, yeah. Let's go down the list. Tell everyone where you are. A bit about your character. We could go chat order. That makes sense. Alphabetical. I'll shut up now.
So that means Joel's first.
Oh, me. Okay, I'm going first. All right, here we go. So my name is Joel Shalda. I am an indie tabletop game designer. You can find most of my games at thebigtabletop.itch.io. And I'm also over on Twitter at Saldamander. And today I am playing Aero, the intrepid adventurer who is a pirate who has been banished from the sea city of Meratoll for, well, things that we will probably get into most likely. That's it. Yes. And also running a Kickstarter for Yeepaw. Actually, wait, that will be published after all this, so scratch that. Okay, cool. That's me. Next.
I think next is Cheryl.
Oh, that's me. Sorry. Hi, I'm Cheryl. You can find me individually online as The Roving Naturalist, where I hang out on Twitter and also make science education videos on YouTube. And I'm the showrunner for the Nature Check project, where we have scientists play video games and TTRPGs. You can find us on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and podcasts as Nature Check. And today I am playing Gravel Road, the younger sibling of Rocky, who is just a stalwart foundation for the friend group.
The no joking, but puts up with their sister.
I mean, I did also fuse someone into a bucket last time, so
You
not no
did.
jokes, just seldom joking.
Seldom
R.I.P..
joking, to the point where it is amazing when it happens.
R.I.P. Bucket Lord.
No, he's doing great. He's he's Bucket Lord. We'll explain later. He's doing
He's on
great.
tour. He's
on
Bucket Lord on tour.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
My name is Nikki. I am the host and creator of Beholder to No One, a D&D/TTRPG podcast. We have 3 shows currently: discussions, actual plays, and one-shots, which is where you'll find the first episode of this. And probably more in the future, because I don't know how to say no to myself and just keep adding more shit. I don't know if cursing's allowed on your show.
Oh, go for it.
Okay, cool. I am playing Rocky Road, the twin sibling to Gravel, aka Pebble, and we grew up together, and she likes to start fights that aren't really fights, because she just likes to win everything and is very defensive and competitive, honestly, about everything. And she's also a stone Eidolon.
Yeah, Eidolon. Sorry, it was just brain did a shut.
You said Eidolon?
Yeah.
Is that what I said?
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm. Sorry,
Cool
brain
bean.
did a shut.
You're good. Is that me now?
Yeah.
Cool. My name is Dan. I am the DM for the last tapestry. I don't really do much other than that, but today I am playing Tsunami, who is a moon eidolon who belongs to the prestigious Nami family. They hail from Meratoll and are protective of trading-based wealth, I think it was, and are leery about pirates. But she is, though formed by her family's stuffy viewpoints, is slowly beginning to realize that they suck. So maybe pirates are actually cool. That's her deal.
They suck.
Pirates
Yeah.
are cool. Let's be clear on this.
Everybody needs a friend who's a pirate.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much.
And our previous player, who is not joining us, the Bucket Lord, is on tour, doing very well with his magic and fusion to the golden bucket, where people are confused and questioning everything.
Look, if you got someone questioning your life choices, you got them interested.
Yeah, that's why he's doing so great.
All questions are good questions.
When you're on tour, yeah. They probably invited you all to go on tour, but then we're just like, but you need to fuse buckets to your legs. We're like, no, we're good.
I couldn't work for somebody who just does magic tricks all day. I got tired of it in like the 3-day journey we had last time. Though he was great to throw overboard to pick up things with the bucket. That was fantastic.
Yeah. Last time you guys struck it rich, if I recall correctly.
A little bit.
A bunch of treasure, and then you pawned it off during like a mercantile, or you were going to pawn it off during the mercantile festival. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And so even though it's been a while for us, I don't think it's been too long after that initial going on. You know, you probably did very well for yourselves at that mercantile festival, but Aero had found something very interesting when you were out at sea if I remember correctly.
Indeed. He found, if I'm remembering correctly, they were letters for the queen that were written by the queen of Meratoll when she was younger, correct?
Listen, yeah, no, you're on. That was dead on about what it is. It's just the city-state leaders don't really have like a royalty thing. They're basically glorified mayors.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just that because there's only 6 city-states, they technically have 1/6 of all the major power. They just don't have like a royal title. It's not really in the family, you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah. They're also usually pretty chill, like on the whole, you know? So that's just kind of just to feed into it. They're not usually the quick to anger type because they have to take care of so much, you know?
Right. And specifically, like my family has a bit of a problem with the mayor of Meratoll, correct? Like we were banished.
Yeah, I kind of want to throw out there the possibility that maybe that was like that was something that was in state before she became in charge, and now you're thinking like if I get in good with new person, family name could be clear, you know?
Cool, perfect. Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm imagining. That's kind of how I figured this would go. Is that like there was a past leader from Meratoll who did that to your family, and now you're just like, if I get in good with the new management, then I'll be okay.
Cool. I need to speak to the new manager, and we'll all be good. Okay.
We'll all be fine. Exactly. I'm interested how you convince these 3 to help you with that.
Friends, listen, you've been such a wonderful crew on our tiny voyage here, and, well, frankly, I must ask your assistance a little further. See, my family, the Knots, we have been, well, persona non grata in Meratoll for some time now. And, well, you see, I have these letters here, and I believe that with these letters, I can clear my family's name and then allow, well, regain access to the city. And if you would be willing to help me out with that, that would be wonderful. I mean, not Sue, you obviously already have ties to the city, and your knowledge would be invaluable. And Gravel and Rocky, well, I could use someone of your strength of character and physicality to be able to, well, handle things if things get a little rougher. So I must humbly ask your assistance if that is agreeable to you all.
Well, I mean, I suppose it's agreeable to me, but I think it's only fair if you owe me something later on.
Absolutely. I do not see this as a free favor. Well, obviously, the Knots always pay their debts, and I would be in your debt.
Is it on land, or are we gonna have to like stay on the ship?
Oh no! We will be going into Meratoll. We will be getting off my my vessel.
Oh, thank God. Okay, then do we get to fight anybody?
I'm concerned about the implication that you needed thugs. Don't feel like that's a great approach.
It's more of a contingency, really. It's not that I am predicting that that's going to be how things play out. It's just the last mayor of Meratoll really did not like my ilk and well, my parents really and my aunt and uncle. I'm just not entirely sure how it's going to go down with the the new order.
Well, if there's the potential that I get to punch somebody, I'm in.
Oh, there is most definitely that possibility that may or may not happen.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working out. And she like flexes.
It sounds like Gravel and I will watch then, Rocky. You have fun with that.
Yes.
Well, Gravel, I do need someone who has a level head, someone who can negotiate the finer points of a
Of course you do.
Yes, I do, and frankly, without your assistance out here on the sea, we would not have gained such a bounty. So, I see you as a very valuable member of this, mending party. Let's call it.
Now hold on. Are you saying I don't have a level head, Aero?
Oh, absolutely not. No. I'm just saying everyone here has a role to play specifically, and I think that we all share elements. Like I can also be a frontline brawler with Rocky if we happen to get into any scraps or altercations. I
can take down more.
Yes. He sort of hangs his head, just sort of like, and looks out to the side and giving a long sigh. He says, "Look, it has been some time since my family's been allowed back in Meratoll, and to be perfectly honest, I've never actually seen the city my parents came from, and it would be, well, it's always been sort of a dream of mine, and it would mean a great deal to my parents. So whatever I need to do to, well, make it right for you all, that's just what I will do."
Don't worry about it, Aero. I'm more than happy to stir up things in Meratoll.
Excellent. Then, to Meratoll we go.
And I imagine you are like Rocky specifically is very excited to get off the boat.
Yes. She is like she's at the head of the boat, just like holding on and just like bouncing up and down, which is making it rock a little bit because she's really happy.
I imagine Aero's probably working a little hard to like keep it on course and like and actually that does actually present an interesting question. I probably have some sort of flag that denotes my family, right?
Yeah, probably.
I would like to take that down and replace that for something a little bit more generic.
Yeah, just like yeah.
I'm a pirate.
What about one with a skull?
Those generally are received a little worse than my family is in Meratoll. I think I'll just put it like
certain groups thinks it looks cool. I will tell you, certain groups are just like, "Oh, that looks sick."
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I think I probably have like some just like
various.
Yeah, like maybe like a blue and gold colored one, and that we'll hang those.
Yeah, just some nice multicolored, not denoting anything too specific. We're just a boat.
Aero, what is the ship called?
Oh shit.
I suppose we never. I didn't tell you about the Cloud Runner. She's been in my family for several generations.
Amazing.
That was, you either gave that thought or that was the fastest I've ever heard someone name something.
I come prepared. No, I thought it up right there. I'm yeah.
Nice. So as you guys are, setting the new mast and everything and heading back, I want to quickly, because we talked about what Aero's up to, I want to quickly check in with the others. Gravel, what are you like? Besides, besides the helping Aero thing, is there anything you would want to get done in a big city like Meratoll?
I don't think they have any like personal goals at the moment. They're mostly there to support their sister and their friends. And I suppose on the ship they've been primarily functioning as a lookout. So
Yeah. We'll get back to looking out then.
oh no.
Rocky, is there anything you would want to do in the city? Are you like maybe looking into what the city has to offer? You know.
I heard a rumor that there is a fighting ring that you can go to, and if you bet enough, you can have like a challenge where you just take on people after people after people, and if you win a lot of crystals and cogs.
Who gave you this rumor?
I heard it at a bar once. I'm sure it's true,
Of course.
and I'm gonna ask every person I see about it.
Because everyone obviously is in on the conspiracy.
Yes, but it's a secret, so we have to be careful.
You have to ask it like the right way, of course.
I think the question is, do you want to fight? I think that's the way you have to ask it. I'm not sure though.
Oh no.
Oh god, this is gonna go so well.
This is gonna be
I just
amazing.
smacked my face so hard.
Fine, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Sue, is there anything you want to do in the city besides save Arrow's butt once again?
I don't know, because I know that's also where Sue's family lives, right?
Mhm.
I guess just well, A, avoid them, but also B, just I guess make as much trouble as possible, because I know they're like up there, so maybe she will like end up annoying them by causing trouble. So I think that's her goal.
Awesome. Hold on, I'm sorry. Alright, so I'm gonna say Rocky, as you're just looking at probably at your Wayfinder for context, because I've written a lot of this game since we last played. Wayfinders are things that everyone who would go out on travels, which you probably all did when you were younger, have. They're basically this world's cross between a Pokedex and a phone. Don't at me, there's a lot of Pokemon vibes in this game, I'm not gonna lie.
Totally good.
It's where you have a bestiary, it's where you have like information on the different city-states and things you can do, you know? It's just
I think I heard Ellen squeal in the background somewhere.
it's just like it's just an almanac mixed with like modern Magitech. So I think it's cool. But the stuff that comes up about Meratoll as you get close enough is that the main city has a few interesting places, specifically a lighthouse known as the Traveler's Light, which acts as their major research station, a big resort called Prisma Marina, and perhaps most interestingly to Rocky, the Clownfish Carnival, a big sea boardwalk that you enter right as soon as you enter port. If anywhere would have a secret fighting ring, it would probably be a big boardwalk carnival.
Pebble, look.
What?
There's probably a secret fighting ring right in there.
As you're getting closer, you actually see like the Ferris wheel and like the one roller coaster, you know?
Can I actually ask a question?
Yeah.
I guess the thing I'm wondering is, I was getting closer to port, and I think this is probably something he's not verbalizing, but it's going on inside his head. He's obviously never taken the Cloud Runner into the port at Meratoll.
Right.
He's starting to wonder if this is going to be a problem.
Like, if they would know the ship?
Yeah.
People at port probably aren't there. There probably aren't like town guards in the traditional sense, you know?
Okay.
So, like, the thing about the city-states of Meratoll is they are I mean, the city-states of Wyldrvir is that they're very chill, and like everyone here is pretty okay, you know.
Okay.
So like, if you were to take a guess, you'll probably be fine. The worry would just be like in the specific instance that there just so happens to be the mayor just walking by as your ship shows up, and they put two and two together. It's like one of those highly specific and improbable things, but you know when you're stressed out, those highly specific improbabilities feel like they're absolutely gonna fucking happen. It's like that.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely like white knuckling the wheel a little bit, but like trying to like keep cool.
Right, yeah. It's like anyone with a cooler head would tell you the likelihood of this is impossible. But in your head, it has to be what happens.
Oh yeah, if he were to ask anyone else, it'd probably be fine. But he's gonna let this vibe check just happen, you know, every few minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. Gravel, speaking of checks, would you like to roll something for the whole observation bit?
Sure. Yeah, I have eye for detail.
Go for it.
I forget what we roll. We roll a d20 and our...
Not off to a great start.
Oh, no.
That's a 12 total.
Ooh.
That's not terrible. So, you, kind of... You're not paying too much attention, especially because Rocky is, like, you know, kind of pulling at your collar, at your arm about, like, oh, look at this, you know?
Being obnoxious,
I mean,
as normal.
But, the one thing that you do know, though, is that there aren't usually other ships at port, you know? Well, I need to say, like, there aren't other ships, like, checking the perimeter of the port. Usually it's very open.
okay.
There is, like, this is actually... There's a lot of questions that need to be answered for this to make sense. How big is the Cloud Runner in comparison to, like, a typical boat?
So I'm...
Is this, like, a pirate ship in the traditional sense? Is this, like...
So I'm imagining it's kind of Black Pearl-esque. So like it's a lot smaller, and you know, like it has enough room for a hold. You know, that like treasure could be, you know, acquired and like had, but obviously like there are, you know, there are 5 of us, so you know it's small enough that 5 people could like easily man it, and it could outmaneuver some of the bigger ships and have the speed to do so. So it's not. I would say it's a pretty medium-sized ship.
Okay, mid-tier. Gotcha. So then it is small compared to the Cloud Runner. That was the question. There is a much smaller ship in comparison. I'm imagining this is like the sailboat you buy when you say I want a sailboat, like the very basic, you know.
Like a laser or something.
Yeah, it's nothing too ornate. But it just seems to just be going in circles around the perimeter of the port, and you can't quite tell if it's there for anything or if it's just going in circles because circles. It's just really hard to tell.
Are there like identifying colors or markings on it, or can I see who is crewing it or riding it, I guess?
With the 12, there are flags, but they're not ones you know.
Okay.
They don't seem to be any ones that have sailed before, like in all of your time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You would get a quick glimpse of the few of the people on the ship, and they do appear to be young, like younger than y'all, which is saying like kids first starting their journey kind of energy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Young, kind of. And they all look like, if you thought Aero got into the pirate look, these people are done up to the 9. And it looks like a bunch of kids are playing pirates, if that makes sense. Like,
amazing.
It doesn't look like they're actually confident in any of their sailing ability, but they're on a boat and they have cool flags, and they have the hats, and they're just living their best lives.
I
I
will.
love them. Can we adopt them all?
I will break from this conversation with Rocky for a moment and say back to the. I'm assuming Aero is at the helm. Aero, steer clear of that little boat with all the cosplayers on it. You don't want to run them over.
Oh, young ruffians at sea. I see they're getting their sea legs under them. Mighty good, mighty good. Let's just get them a clear enough berth, shall we? I guess the question I would have is, do they look like they're in trouble? Like, do they look like they're, just
Just roll a d20, and if you have something like observant, go with that. Maybe if you have something about just about pirating also works.
Oh, no. Aero is not observant. He's going to roll. That's come on, land on the thing. Oh, that's a 5.
I have observant now too.
You could go for it, yeah. Everyone can go for it.
So it's your d20 plus your 6. Okay.
And if you have nothing for it, you can just roll the 20.
15.
Okie dokie.
15. Okay, Rocky, I will get to you in a moment. I'll kind of go in ascending order of information. Did you roll, Sue?
I did, but I only got a 11. So
Okay, so I'll go 5, 11, 15. So at the 5, they're swinging their arms back and forth, and you can't tell if it's help or yay.
Oh, hello, young lads. Good to see you.
Sue with the 11, it's definitely yay. They're having fun.
oh, good.
And Rocky with the 15, they see you can most definitely tell this, that they seem to be they're just kind of trying very hard to be pirates, if that makes sense. So they're trying to get everything, but they can't help but be a little giddy about it, and you can tell that they're laughing, but then someone's like, no, but seriously, someone, you gotta steer this thing, every couple of seconds they seem to break character and just get excited, but then they snap back into it and try to keep acting like this is a genuine pirate thing. They are most definitely just kind of teen cosplayers of pirates, yeah.
Interesting.
As you guys get to the point of near passing them, though, you do hear a young girl shout from the very top of it, they ran to the tip of the boat. It's like, hey, hi. They're just kind of waving their hands big, trying to see if they could get a reaction from you.
Rocky will wave just as excitedly.
She
definitely shout back. Yeah. Hello, young pirates. Good to see you.
She's also a Moon Knight alum. Probably. How old are your characters actually?
I don't know.
You don't need exact age, but I'm imagining they're they're a bit older than just teens. I imagine they're in their 20s. Is that a safe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Age, yeah. So I'm gonna say that this girl looks like she's 17, 18, about to enter the adulthood phase, but still clinging to youth. Just right in that period, and she's just kind of swinging her arms, and just blue skin, very traditional Moon Knight alum look. The one interesting thing is she does seem to have definitely not a new scar, but a worn, has had it for a very long time, very tiny little one by her left cheek. And she's just waving you guys down, and then you hear her just shout to someone in the back, and there's a little Sun-Elf kid who runs up and gives her a bullhorn. And then she flicks it on, just goes, "Your boat looks really cool."
You know what? I'm gonna run. So, question: should do something about these children out on the seas? I mean, I do, you know, kids do need to have fun and all that, but should we do something? Consensus crew?
Should we do something? I suppose we could talk to them and see why it is they're doing what they're doing.
I mean, they seem to be having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Look at them squealing back there like little guinea pigs.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, should we swim on over and just give them a, just do a little bit of a check real quick?
I mean, okay. I could use more friends.
Yeah. Is there B, I guess the question is there, I know their boat is obviously much smaller. Would this be my worry is we're gonna like take them out with our wake. I don't want to do that, but like, is there a way that we could get alongside them and like, throw down a ladder?
You're probably I imagine that it's probably safe for you to do that, just the way that this bay is set up. There's probably a way.
Okay,
I'm not a maritime expert, so I don't know specifics.
I will say I do have Daredevil as one of my traits, so I can like try and make it look really cool as we like swing around and like try and get in close.
Yeah, that works if you want to do that.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna make it look like the cool pirate ship swings around and it's coming for these kids. But yeah,
All you roll for it. What someone else thing and I got it. I missed it.
Come on, land on the thing.
Did someone else have anything?
No, I don't think
20.
What?
20.
Oh, nice. So yeah, you definitely spook them for a second, but you manage to make it like seamlessly, and they get a little water on the ship, but not much else. Just like the fun splash, not the like, oh god,
Right. It's the you're at SeaWorld. You're not drowning. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah. And a few of the kids cheer, and you could see that this group of kids is very, very mixed. There's a couple moon elves and moon eidolon, obviously, because that's sort of the native populace. But all sorts of kids are on here, all dressed up as pirates. And as you do this, and kind of a little proud of yourself for what you did, the girl up in front just kind of shouts back with the bullhorn, just like, "Huh, quick ship too. How about a race?" And she seems unfazed, like she's been planning this for a while. You start to wonder if perhaps she's been waiting out here to race the first boat that showed up.
But we just got to land.
Yeah.
Well,
she's also a child, bear in mind.
Yeah. Listen, I don't believe that would be the absolute safest thing inimaginable. In fact, the Nimbus Sprinter is quite a fast vessel.
The what?
The name is going to change because I don't need anyone to recognize the name of Cloud Runner.
That is
Rocky's just gonna whisper to Pebble and be like, "Wasn't it Cloud Runner?"
He's trying to be clever.
Oh, okay.
Listen, children, do you need any assistance? I am glad to see that young adventurers like yourselves are out here on the waves, but I just had to make sure that no one was, harmed or you were all, in good spirits still.
They all kind of like, she blinks and then just kind of looks back to the other kids who all just kind of like take stock of one another, and then this is funny. A kobold kid just kind of like walks up to her and whispers in her ear and just goes, "Jerry's got a paper cut." "You got a band-aid?" "That's kind of it. Jerry got a paper cut." from
Oh.
using the map.
I'm sure we have medical supplies. I'll scurry down and then help with some medical supplies, I guess.
Yeah, like you just bring back like a box of band-aids because like you're stocked with a full-on boat and they're asking for like a single band-aid, you know?
Yeah. I think what I also do is I bring back like a chest with like a little bit of the sea spoils that we found.
Yeah.
Like not like a bunch of stuff, but like enough for each of the kids to have like a little food, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Can I ask? You described this as a very small sailboat. How many kids are on this thing?
I'm gonna say like about these are it is cramped, but there's probably about like 10 kids including.
Oh my
this.
gosh!
Okay.
Yeah, there's like I'm gonna just say there's like a sun elf, there's a couple moon elves, there's the leader girl, there's the kobold, but they range in age. A lot of them are her age, like 16, 17. There's a few who are clearly like younger siblings of who just got tagged along because make sure you bring your brother,
Gotcha.
Yeah. So like,
Well,
it's 10, but there might be like more like 4 or 5 groups of 2, if that makes sense.
So I guess as I'm down there, helping with band-aids and such, I haven't shown them the treasure quite yet, but I'm gonna, I guess, ask the leader of these kids, the Moon Eldon girl. So what are you kids doing out here? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, practicing.
Oh, for sailing, yes.
Mm-hmm. One of these days, I'm gonna get my crew, and we're gonna go far. And one of the others just goes like, "So long as it's not before bedtime."
Ah,
Roger, come on.
no. A bedtime is a good thing to hold on to. I assume your parents know that you're out here, yes?
Oh yeah, they're all either in the carnival or in the station.
Can I tell if they're lying?
You can roll for it.
Okay, I don't really have.
Are the other 3 going down there, or are you guys just like, nope, not touching this situation with a 10-foot pole? Nope.
I'm watching from afar, and I just keep looking and then looking back at the fun things that are behind us, and then looking back at the kids, and then looking back at the fun things, and just sighing.
Yeah, I think Sue would have gone with Aero.
Okay.
I'm standing at the railing, just like listening in.
Okay, I did happen to get an 18.
I'm gonna say you get the vibe that she's not lying, and most of the kids seem confident in what she's saying. It's more like they know where they are. The parents might just not know like the extent of what they're doing. This isn't like they don't know where they are so much as it's like the energy of, hey mom, we're gonna go play pirates. Okay, go have fun, and not quite realizing that they meant we're gonna actually go on the water with a boat.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like for the kids, they got permission. They asked for playing pirates. They weren't being sneaky about it. That's what they're doing. It's just the parents might not have gotten the full information.
I guess the other question I would ask is there a way that I could like in theory, is there a way that we could like tackle their boat to like lift up out of the water, like to bring it back into shore if that's what needed to happen. Oh, okay.
It seems like they're.
Well, I think I got something here. Well, children, I do have a bit of a proposition for you. I do see your vessel here, and I do see you all cramped onto it. Well, I'm a bit of an adventurer myself, and we are heading into port. I suppose we could take a lap or two with our vessel and take you on a bigger ship if that is something you would be interested in.
They all kind of like look at each other. The leader just kind of like eyeing the bright eyes of the other kids, But she's kind of squinting, and she goes like, "What do you want from us in return?"
Oh, nothing at all. I remember being your age, and I do remember seeing the sea with such adventure and such wonder, and I remember looking at the big boats out on the ocean myself, and from my little dinghy, thinking, I want to be in that boat one day. And, well, I thought, well, I'm in a position to return the favor, and I see a bunch of adventurers standing in. So how about it?
She's not suspect of you so much as she is like, this proposition seems too good, you know? And then
So I just want to point out that Nikki sees so many things wrong with this and how this could go terribly, horribly, very wrong. Rocky still doesn't notice that. But this is a bad idea.
Oh, probably.
Meanwhile, Sue, there's a oh man, I'm getting my own races. Oh yeah, there's probably a changeling kid. So like, they show up to you as a sun elf, but then kind of warp into a human and just kind of look you up and down and just go, "Are you a pirate?"
No, I'm not a pirate. I'm a what am I, Aero?
Ah, well, we are mercantile traders, most obvious.
There you go.
They blink, clearly not quite sure what half those words meant.
Ah, we take goods and supplies from one port to another port.
So like pirates, except everyone's okay with it.
Yes, pirates, but on the books.
Yes.
So like Robin Hood.
Yes.
Someone
Indeed.
else just kind of goes like, that. No, that's not how that story goes at all. They're just like, oh, well, I didn't read it. I just heard someone else talking about it from Torin. You know, they're just like, yeah, but you know how late gets if you hear you've been hanging out with another guild. The two just kind of start bickering back and forth with one another. The way kids' discussions quickly turn into arguments, you know.
Yeah.
And the leader, Moon Eidolon, kind of stands between Sue and Aero and sighs and just goes like, they're not the brightest, but they've got the spirit. and
the spirit is all you need.
As soon as you say that, the two kids just start tackling each other and rolling on the boat.
For sure.
Rocky not paying attention.
Well, if you're offering, I suppose I can bring the crew aboard for a little bit. I mean, my boat
Absolutely.
is cooler, but...
Of course. Please, children, come aboard.
The group of kids just kind of all cheer and run to it, and she, like, tries to act like it's not too cool. Like, it's kind of bigger, you know. She's, got her arms crossed, like, my boat's cooler, you know.
Yeah, as she gets up on, I give her a bit of a nod and say, Captain.
Oh man, that might be it. That might have broken the facade a little. Just like, and she just like turns to the other kids, and just goes like, all right, Cobalt Buccaneers, you know what we gotta do. They're like, yeah, and then they all like get seemingly to where normal stations would be, except they start doing it terribly.
Sure, of course. Yeah. So we're gonna, I guess. Well, shit. I guess Sue and I actually have to get the boat.
You're outnumbered.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So basically, I guess first things first. I think we need to get their boat like attached to ours in some way. Yes.
Probably.
Okay. I would assume that we have some like lifeboat type like riggings on the boat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's likely.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna, get that process started. And I might Rocky, could you get their boat attached up and hauled up so we can get into port quicker? I hand her a rope and pull this rope and tack it down.
Oh, okay. She just yanks on the rope as hard as possible.
Okay. Strength is not something I doubt you have. So
Nope.
I will say though, as you're yanking on the rope, like one of these little kids, like a young shifter, so they have like kind of the werewolf ears, and like kind of fur around the collar, just kind of looks up to you and is just like, "Can I pull on it too?" As you're pulling.
I mean, you can grab onto the piece right there, and I point to the piece behind me.
He grabs
It's already
it.
been pulled.
He grabs it and just goes, "I'm helping."
Okay, she yanks. So I'm imagining though that she might yank a little too hard.
Yeah, you yank and they go like flying a little bit, and you just hear wee.
I didn't do it.
A little too eager.
All right, so
What were you gonna say though, Nikki? Before we
I just
jump?
said I didn't do it.
Oh,
As the kid goes flying across the ship.
yeah, not me. They like land on all fours and just kind of look up and go, "That was cool."
I will, once the boat is close enough, I will tie the rope so that it is knotted using survivalist.
Go for it.
Because that's a D10 now. 12.
Yeah, if it's just tying a knot, yeah, you'll be fine. That's fine.
Cool.
Meanwhile, Sue and Aero, as you're probably boarding back on the ship, you notice that poor Gravel has another child in the lookout post. Like, as Gravel like sees something, they point it out. Like, did you see that? Did you see that?
Yeah, Gravel's actually being like incredibly patient, and like letting the kid do their thing, but also like, sort of pointing out other things to them. So yeah, they're still being very quiet, but they're being very patient with the child.
They're, how annoyed in reality is Gravel? It doesn't have to be much, but I'm just curious, like on a scale of 1 to 10, where are they at right now?
I mean, Gravel deals with Rocky, so.
I was gonna say, like, Gravel's been trapped on a ship with all of these people, and on occasion plus the Bucket Lord. So like, they're actually probably more patient with the kids because they know it's not the kids' fault.
At least these kids have the excuse of age.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Sue, you also go up and see your usual like standing spot is overtaken by 2 children.
Yeah, she's going to walk over to it and just be like, "Move, please."
They both look at you and just go, "Okay," and then they move like 2 centimeters from it.
I think it's pretty clear that like Sue is the least likely of any of these people to like a child, and she's just very clearly not happy with that. Hold on. Let me look again at the things that she can do. I don't think persuasiveness really relates to kids. Kids run on a very different sense of logic.
This is true.
You gotta get at their level.
I know. I guess she also has learning confidence. So I guess she can try to lean on that.
Yeah,
She's gonna be like, look, I need to be here so that I can do my job. Could you please move out of the way of my spot, please?
Roll for it. Roll for that confidence. because you
Okay.
might be able to just talk big enough and then be like, oh.
15.
One of the kids is just like, oh, okay, sorry, and goes off. The other one, though, the kobold child from prior is just kind of like, why?
Why do anything? My sweet little child. Why do anything? And the answer is because I said so. And right now, that's all that matters.
You sound like my mom. And they walk away.
Ooh!
There's just so many children. I imagine that you were like, it's just I need to just state how suddenly this has gone from, nice boat ride to screaming children.
Yeah, Sue is in hell. Sue hates it.
I'm just imagining them standing there with the most kill me face, and as like 3 kids are just like swinging in the corner.
Basically.
Rocky will walk over to Sue and go, You handled that well. If they come, do you want me to throw them out next time if they don't move?
I almost said no, but I think they'd enjoy it if you did. So yes, actually, yes.
Okay. If I see another kid come near you, I will throw them so that they are not near you.
Thank you, Rocky.
Rocky, these aren't ours. Don't break them.
I wouldn't break them. Something would catch them. The floor probably, or the ocean. I don't know.
Rocky.
What?
Or the ocean.
You all suddenly notice the ship start to just very suddenly veer to the right as you all look and see one of the kids just the way you first spun a pirate, a kid would first spin the pirate wheel because it makes fun sounds when it goes fast. They're doing that a lot.
Okay, at this point, Aero is gonna jump in. Sue, take the wheel. Rocky, I need you on ropes. Gravel, stay on the lookout. And I'm basically going to be running around the deck, making illusions, showing the kids how to pull on ropes and using quick reflexes to get there so that things are not going crazy.
You are trying to be in 10 places at once to not destroy this boat.
Yep. So,
but I'm on kid throwing duty.
Let me. Yeah, actually, that's probably a good thing for Rocky to do. It's just if Rocky sees anybody being a little too nuts, jump at it. So let me make some rolls here. Quick reflexes. Oh, that's not great. But the illusions, man, both those are not great. Those are both 9s. 2 9s.
It's herded cats.
Okay.
You do the best you can. But it is the longest 15-minute lap of possibly any of your lives.
I throw 2 kids with a 14 and a 20.
Those 2 children were skyrocketed and landed back on the boat. And where you'd expect pain or tears, their responses were, whoa. They're all the 2 who are still on the floor. They have not gotten up. They're just so happy.
They got too close to Sue.
One of the kids who did run though, starts going back in your direction. And it's being clearly gunning for throw me again.
Okay.
Oh my god.
20.
Yeah. This kid will keep running back and you will keep throwing them for this whole period. The other one, however, is just content to be on the floor. Sue, thankfully, because of Rocky, no children invade your personal space.
Oh, good.
But every time you look down, there's 5 of them causing chaos and Aero running for his fucking life.
Aero deserves it. So every time she sees Aero frantically running around, she's just good. Just deep in her soul.
No, not the jib. No. Please get down from the ropes. No. It's called a poop deck.
The one child who seems well behaved is their leader, who has just been standing at the tip and looking out this whole time. They're like the one kid who has not been causing chaos. And when you finally
check on that child. No, I don't have insight.
When you finally make it back and like open the door, if you will, like put down the plank and let them go back onto the deck of this boardwalk, they all run off, just clearly re-energized by their time, and like don't even really give so much of a thank you as much as like, yeah, on to new chaos.
I'm just gonna stand at the exit to the boat, and just thank you for riding the Nimbus Sprinter. I hope you had a wonderful time. Oh dear Lord. Okay, Captain. Yes, good. We'll put your boat back in the water.
Yeah, whatever. No big rush. It's fine. She kind of like waits to make sure all the kids are gone, and just kind of goes, "So what really brings you here? Ship this big? You don't usually find them coming into this port."
Oh well, we were actually doing activities for the Merchant Fest. We were collecting deep sea trinkets.
Oh yeah, my sister's in charge of that.
May I ask who is your sister?
Oh, everyone knows my sister. No one knows me.
Well, I would be pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Aero.
Hi, everyone just calls me Lay. My older sister's the mayor of this place.
Oh.
That's when everyone simultaneously has the math numbers flying. And she's saying this again, very blasé, very like edgy 18-year-old,
Well, I unfortunately do not know sister, and if it is possible, I would love to make their acquaintance.
Yeah, wait in line.
I am sure they're very, very popular. But
no, you don't get it. That's everyone who meets me says the same thing you are.
Fair enough. Well, then I will have to deal with just having the captain and making the acquaintance of a captain first.
She seems to be like, there's clearly hurt, in that. And it's very clearly that she's getting to be passive aggressive here because no one's around to hear her be passive aggressive, But she just kind of goes like, "So, what did you find out at sea that you think they'd want to see specifically?"
Well, interestingly enough, I found something of theirs actually. I'll show the captain the letters. Yeah.
She takes a look at them, and then like her gaze shifts from you to the other three, and she just goes, "Did you see him grab these? Were you there?"
Yes.
She's like waiting for like affirmatives from everyone.
Yeah, I saw him grab a lot of treasure, and then he grabbed the book things, and then I wasn't interested in those because they weren't shiny. But I found this crystal.
I think I remember seeing him with those, yes.
Huh. She kind of like looks through them again and just goes, "Well, either you're all crazy or you're all telling the truth. My sister hardly goes out to sea anymore. We used to have fun. Like this. Now I have to do it with those other kids. It's not the same."
In time, trust me, I remember having a crew like yours, and in time it will. It can be hard being a little bit more mature than your peers.
It's not even that. They're fine. It's just it used to be our thing, you know? And then she was put in charge, and then she got her little sea legs taken out from under her, and I don't even know if they're the same person anymore. I go and talk to them at dinner, and it's like, oh, they have so much business stuff to do, and I don't care about that.
Well, how about this? I will find my way to your sister, and I'll see if I can spark her spirit of adventure again. How about I do that as a favor to you, Captain?
Alright. I'll consider it. Alright. She, like, before you leave, though, does, like, kind of look at it up and down and just goes, like, it's a familiar boat, but I don't know why. And they head back off.
Cool. In that case, what I am gonna do is, can I cast a little bit of an illusion on the boat itself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just make it look a little different. That's a 14.
It's different enough.
Okay.
So for the three of you who weren't really, like, as privy to that conversation, you just kind of see them run off, say something, and then run off again. And Aero immediately just, like, splash this boat with, like, their magic.
Did I miss something? Are we going on land now?
The plank is down.
Yeah. She runs onto the land.
You are on land for the first time in a good while.
Yes.
As soon as your feet touch the land, you feel like a reconnection with your magic.
I use harness the stone immediately.
It like, you're not doing anything specific, so I'll just say, like, a crystal of your favorite color just kind of sparks out from the sand and stuff of Meratoll.
Oh, that's
And
my favorite.
it seems to be, like, just as eager as you are.
She hugs it happily.
Aero,
Sue and Gravel. His floor is yours.
Aero, you seemed rather nervous before we met the children, and then you behaved rather oddly for someone who's nervous about coming back here and didn't want to be noticed. And then you cast a spell on the ship. What is going on?
Well, so the knots were not, we haven't been welcome in Meratoll for some time. I suppose that's been making me a little anxious, but I saw those children out at sea, and I remembered what it was like when I, had those moments, when I was a child. I mean, I didn't really have a whole lot of water. There was a single lake, and I would sit out there in my tiny dinghy, imagining what it would be like to one day sail in a massive ship. And well, I suppose I wanted to pay it forward, I guess. And then I got back on land and remembered that, oh, right, we still have things to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, yes, so I suppose we do need to find the mayor. Not entirely sure how to go about that. Sue, do you have any... You've been here before. This is your home. What would you suggest?
What would I suggest for what exactly, Aero?
Oh, finding the mayor.
I would suggest going to... I mean, would she know about, like, where the houses of government would be?
Yeah, you come from here, so you would know that, unlike most mayors in, like, real life or other fantasy worlds, the city-state leaders of Wyldrvir almost play a weird game with the denizens, where they build their office somewhere weird and archaic, and you wouldn't think to look for them there. It's partly to keep out of the public view, and partly because one person did it and the others thought it was fun. Worth noting, the leaders of the city-states are all basically best friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually why the journey exists in its current form. They went on one when they were little, and that just kind of developed them into the group of friends that they are today. And so it became like something that they heavily encouraged and facilitated even within the world because of how formative that experience was for them.
Is this a sign that if we keep going, eventually we'll become mayors of our own town as a group of friends?
It is what they always like to say. I'll put it that way.
I could be a great mayor.
It's the Wyldrvir dream.
It's just have a group of friends and then settle down and do something cool.
My whole city section will just be fight rings, and it'll be great.
There are not 6 of us.
We have time to get 2 more. I mean, and there's the Bucket Lord.
The Bucket Lord will have a permanent spot in the town that nobody lives in.
He'll be the mayor of a deserted island of buckets.
Well, he won't be here. He'll be on tour, so his part of the town will be wherever he's touring.
It's his tour town. But
Gosh.
because of that too, those places are kind of open secrets. You know, obviously they have to go their places, so eventually people figure it out. But like, it's still weird, you know.
So where is the mayor then of Meratoll?
There's no easy way to say this. The Meratoll Boardwalk that you're on currently at the Clownfish Carnival is where the Queen's Revenge is permanently docked. A classic pirate ship, the Revenge acts as a mix of attraction, museum, and all that stuff, celebrating pre-awakening sailors. However, below deck, Noelani makes her abode among various memorabilia and trinkets. So she lives under an old pirate ship that has been turned into a museum.
Okay. Well, it was a valid question you asked, Aero. More valid than I thought initially. Yes, she is around. She is currently taking up abode beneath a pirate ship / museum very nearby. We're like at the carnival, right?
Oh yeah, like the sound effects and everything, the music, the speakered, horribly like distant music is definitely in the air.
So that's your answer, Aero. She is here, presumably.
Maybe. Possibly. Probably not.
Okay. Well, I suppose we should do our best and go see her. Is there some sort of... Obviously, we have the letters. That's a good start. Is there anything else we should try and curry her favor with?
We could play all the carnival games and win them all. And then we will become champions of the carnival games, which means we'll have more favor. Because
I have a question.
Yeah.
Aero, what exactly was it that your family was banished from here for?
Well, so it's actually a rather funny tale. We were my parents were banished for suspected piracy, and well, from what I've never quite gotten the full tale. My parents are rather guarded with that. But from what I understand, they shipped something they shouldn't have, or they were suspected of shipping. It's unclear, to be perfectly honest. But
Okay,
they didn't do it.
And what exactly is it that you want? Just for you to be allowed in the city, or for everyone in your family to be allowed in the city?
It's a good question. I've actually been asking that myself, and I guess I kind of want the whole story first, and then figure out what would be best?
Because
folks, I don't believe my parents did anything. On the off chance that they were less than savory, I wouldn't want to bring trouble back to this town. It's complicated.
right, I suppose I think the wisest course of action, while it's wonderful to be bringing this time capsule, you called it, back to the mayor, I don't suppose that trying a lot of different things is going to get you what you want. I imagine that she might be more favorable towards a straightforward approach, as it were.
Excellent. See, I told you we would need someone with a clearer head. So let us just go and seek her out, shall we?
Rocky just looks back at the carnival, sighs, and goes, okay. And starts
It's not
walking.
going anywhere, Rocky. It'll still be there later.
It might be gone. Maybe the carnival's like only one day. I don't know. I'm not
Sue,
Sue, is
from
this
here.
carnival only one day?
The carnival's not only one day, right?
No, it's like it's like a board. It's a beach. It's a boardwalk carnival. It's always there.
No, it's always here. It'll still be here, Rocky.
Oh.
See?
Okay, now I'm okay. She cheers up and is happy to walk with him.
And like you are going through the carnival, seeing all the games, and then like that's when you get to the boat that she lives in, and it's like Aero. It is surprisingly close in design to the Cloud Runner. Like a little bit different, a little bit more like bright.
Oh no. Okay.
But like similar. Not the same, definitely not the same, but like close. And the only way in is through like the regular museum entrance, you know? Which means that y'all are stuck in a line for a while.
Oh jeez. Is it let me ask this question. Is it one of those one person can hold the place and like other people can go do things?
Probably. It's Wyldrvir. People aren't gonna steal spots.
Okay. I look at the rest of them and say, well, friends, I understand that we are going to be stuck in this line for why don't I will hold our spot. Why don't you all go have some fun and we'll just check in with me every once in a while.
Rocky's already running to the carnival.
What about the others?
I was about to say, Sue looks at Gravel to see what they're doing.
Gravel pats Aero heavily on the shoulder with their massive hand and sort of like turns to follow after their sibling. But their plan is to sort of stand somewhere in between so that they can keep an eye on Aero and see when he's getting to the front of the line so that they can herd everyone back together.
Yeah.
You don't need to herd anything.
That's exactly what someone who needs to be herded would say.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What about Sue? What are they doing?
Sue will stay here. Sue will stay with Aero. I mean, Sue's basically Aero's Gravel anyway.
True.
Yeah. That's why you guys get along. You understand each other's dynamic.
Sibling by association.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'll start with Rocky and then move my way through. Rocky, if you could pick one carnival game, what would it be?
Strongman game.
I shouldn't be surprised. Like I am, but like I shouldn't be. Sure enough, there's one. There's the hammer, there's the bell, it's the most, it's got like an aquatic theme, but that's it. getting a fish from like the deep sea out to do like a cool jump. It's kind of the way the game looks, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just roll strength related thing.
Can I use Brawler?
Yeah, probably. You know, it's not necessarily hammer usage, but like simple game.
I could also technically use Harness the Stone and just make it heavier.
Brawler works. Unless you wanted to with that game.
Oh, that wasn't great. That was only a 9.
It only goes up a little bit.
No, I could do this again. She's like immediately tries again. Annoyed with herself. That's better. 21.
It does the comedy thing of it breaking the top. And the
What
fish
do I
just
get?
flying.
What do I get? What do I get? What do I get? What do I get?
The guy who's just standing there looking at the property damage, a little disgruntled, and then just goes, "Wait a minute, wait for it," and then you just hear like as this like cardboard fish just crashes into the next tent, and there's just like a bunch of kids just like, "Yeah!" And one of the adults just goes, like, starts screaming at this like cardboard fish piercing through the roof of a tent.
Didn't do it.
The guy just hands her like a big stuffed bear,
Yes.
like one of the carnival oversized ones. You know the one.
What color is it?
It is blue.
Rocky is content and starts to grow blue crystals all over herself as she walks back over to Pebble / aka Gravel.
Yeah. Gravel Aero has made it close up until this point, so by the time Rocky makes it, it's like perfectly timed. I will rewind a moment though, just to see what the other siblings were up to. But Gravel, what were you doing while you were waiting?
Just watching. Stone-faced, as it were.
You watched as the thing just flew up into the air and broke the nearby tent.
Yep. Just watching.
Just like the.
And very glad that you don't have to pay for property damages.
Just like, I don't know them.
Yeah. When Rocky comes back over, I say, I'm very proud of you. It looks like they're almost ready to go inside.
Okay. And she's just like waddling with her stuffed bear.
The stuffed bear makes everything better.
Yep. She is happy.
Are you bringing that into the mayor's office?
Where else would I put it?
I don't know. I just thought I'd ask.
Yes.
You make the bear wave at Gravel.
Yes.
Of course.
And then when we get behind Sue and Aero, just go, look what I won, and then wave with it again.
Is this to be our sixth person who's going to become a mayor?
Yes. His name will be Mare Bear.
Oh my god. Question though, are we going back in time to what Sue and Aero were doing in line?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I'm about to. Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to play out the bear. It's just a good bear.
It was good
Anyway,
bear.
turning
Good
back
bear.
on. While Rocky was causing chaos, what were you two doing? Just waiting in line.
Does Aero have anything to say?
I mean, I think in this instance he probably doesn't. I think the anxiousness is probably set back in. He's being unusually quiet for him.
Okay. I think Sue could notice that. Sue would be like, so can I ask a bit of a probing question? I don't know if that would do better to take your mind off things or worse.
You know, I don't think it's one of those things that it's like the closer you get to the edge, the worse the waiting becomes. No, I think a question would be perfectly fine. Well, what is it, Sue?
Okay, well, my question is, you've put a lot of the onus on yourself to redeem your family name, but what has your family done? Have they done anything?
Well, no, they were quite. They've been quite content to live out in I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a wonderful place to grow up, and I wouldn't be the person I am today without it, but, um, no, my family seems to be, well, they never really seemed to want to return to Meratoll. It wasn't a the few times that it did come up when I was a child was one of those things you just really didn't talk about. Um, so no, they really haven't done anything to try and return us to Meratoll. But I mean, just being here, just standing in these streets, I've always been curious, you know?
Well, that's understandable, yes. I just wanted to see, because I mean, I do like Meratoll, and I would hope that Noelani would be doing a better job than whoever it was that exiled your family, though I suppose we don't know the full story. But I would presume if it was too bad, we would know the full story, wouldn't we? Be a
Well,
bit hard.
I would assume my parents always did have a way of avoiding the truth. It just
Right.
and I mean, being a kid, you believe what your parents say. It's sort of a whenever I asked, like what they had done, they just would claim that they didn't do it, and it's kind of it's been one of those big questions that you get older and you start asking yourself, well, what what was that inciting incident? I guess
Have you ever? Sorry, what?
no, I guess part of this is I would like to be able to walk through these streets and maybe even visit, Meratoll from time to time. But I think a bigger part of it is just finding out the whole story. There's a bit of adventure there that I need to know.
Man, is that the part that's bothering you most, do you think?
The whole thing has been suspicious for most of my life. I think right now I'm just worried that I'm going to be thrown in we're walking into danger, and that would be and obviously this part of the conversation is a little lower.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried that we're walking into danger that's I'm not sure what the danger is or the cause of it was. That's the concern.
Well, you're no stranger to danger, are you, Aero? And besides that, I think we're all happy to be here if this is what you truly want. But at the end of the day, if it does happen that, things don't go entirely well, well, it's a bit like you said. It wasn't Meratoll that made you who you are today. It was everything else. So, if it happens that, Meratoll is going to continue to be stubborn, then to hell with Meratoll is what I have to say. I think you're perfectly fine off without it.
Well, thank you, Sue. I do appreciate you. I appreciate you saying that.
Of course.
And thank you. Yeah, and I think silence then sort of covers again, and
Yeah, she's done.
and then there's a bear.
And then there's a bear.
His name is Mare Bear.
Mare Bear is wonderful.
I imagine Aero and Sue are having this like fairly serious conversation. Slowly in the background, this bear just like slowly superimposes or rises up, and you just see eyes and a nose.
Right in between you two, resting on your shoulders.
There it is. Yeah. Terrifying.
Look, guys, what I won.
It's so good. Mare Bear is the best member of this party. I have a bias, and it's Mare Bear. As the line starts to get unbearable, it's right exactly when you get inside, and as soon as you get inside, you're able to beeline. You head downstairs, and the door is actually unlocked, which is rare. It is usually locked, which means you probably caught Noelani while she was in the office and available to be, spoken to. As you guys just kind of like walk on in, not quite sure if this is legal, you come into a room that is like someone has redecorated an old captain's quarters to be an office, And you spot her, the spitting image of her little sister, just a bit older, different hair, And she is sprawled out on one of the chairs, just asleep. And she has like a book on her face.
I feel like we should have knocked.
I think we definitely. I feel like we would have knocked.
Yeah.
Like
okay, if you did knock, then she would have said "come in," but have fallen back asleep that quick.
Okay, cool. Oh God, I wish we had asked the. I wish you had asked the sister her name.
It's Noelani. You read it on
the sister's name.
Oh, the sister's name. The sister just goes by Lee. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but the mayor is Noelani.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think as soon as you all get close enough, you hear her just kind of like, I'm not sleeping. It's important hours. Business. Oh, God.
Pardon to interrupt your important business. Of course, I understand. Well, Mayor, my name is Aeronauts, and I am the son of the Knots. They were individuals who were banished from Meratoll some time ago by your predecessor. I have been seeking a way to come into an audience with you. He's a little bit more flustered than normal. Like it's not Aeronauts in his top form by any means, and he fumbles with the letters a bit. He's we did find these letters out at sea, and I believe they belong to you, and I thought this would be a good way to open a dialogue. And he hands out the letters, very suddenly, and kind of his hand shakes a little bit.
She blinks, flips through the letters, and like there's this tense moment for all of you. The first words out of her mouth after like a minute of processing is, "We used to banish people?"
Yes. I guess the other part of it is
she looks like confused and a little concerned, to be honest with you.
Well, so yes, sorry, okay, guinea pigs, please, guys. Yes, so I guess the other half of it is I don't know the full story. My parents were never upfront with why they were banned, and I guess I come here in this is not the cleanest of meetings, your mayor.
No, Lonnie's fine. No worries.
No, Lonnie. So I guess the first thing is I am seeking a way that I and potentially my parents could revisit Meratoll. The second part more depends on why they were banished and if that was something that well, they've never been completely upfront on why that was why their banishment was upheld and what was the inciting incident. So I would never wish to bring anyone who would bring any sort of ill will towards Meratoll. I guess partially I come seeking answers that your predecessor might have left behind.
She blinks a bit and just goes, I'm so sorry. I had no idea that was a thing that used to happen. Meratoll, before the Awakening, a different place. Since it was a mercantile space before the Awakening gave us magic and the ability to have bountiful resources and, everyone to be pretty much at peace, there was always conflict here, people taking what wasn't theirs and all that other stuff. I guess if your parents were around then, I could see there being more draconian rules, but ever since I've been in state, I can assure you I have no idea about banished families. That's intense. So first of all, I'm so sorry. If I had known, I would have gotten on that.
No. Obviously, Nolana, you are ruling an entire town. That is the purview of a single family is well. It's such a small thing in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I need to get better at focusing in on it's just been it's just too much, man.
Trust me, I'm a captain of my own ship, and I have some small glimpse into that. Speaking of, we did actually run into your little sister, Lee.
Oh, is she doing well? I know she runs around here when I'm at work. I just didn't.
Yes.
Trouble.
She actually was on a small ship with some of her friends, and
that's for
sure. If I may make one, as long as we are discussing families, one recommendation what suggestion really, observation, maybe go out on the sea with her from time to time. I think she would enjoy that.
She looks at her desk calendar, sees something written on there, and you watch her face just go from huh to oh god, I'm a horrible person. It's written all over her face. She goes, that was supposed to be today. Oh no. And her head hits the desk with just defeat.
I am sorry to be the bearer of.
No, it's not your fault. It is fully my own. I promised her that we would go out sailing today, and I am here with my books for the third time in a row.
Well, it's not too late, Rocky says from behind the giant bear. You could still go out there and you can go sailing and you can have fun, and Gravel goes with me everywhere. And we have fun, right?
Right.
She kind of turns to Gravel and just kind of says, I envy the freedom you must have. I'm trying so hard to be there, I have to be there for everyone. I basically everyone in this town's big sister when you think about it, and everyone wants a piece of my time, and it's just so much. I don't really know what I'm doing.
Well, they might all want your help, but I bet they don't all actually need it. I bet, much like you probably did with your younger sister, there are ways for you to teach them how to help themselves and one another, so they don't always need you.
Or you could delegate your time to more people.
That's kind of, yeah.
When my friends and I became leaders of our various city-states, we all told ourselves that we would bring our homes into a better way than the way they were before the awakening. I think I may have taken that onus a bit too strongly.
Well, you're not banishing people. I would say that counts for something.
Right, yes, that. I'm in a bajillion places. She just kind of snaps herself back to reality and just kind of goes, fixing the banishment first, worrying about family life second. Okay. Yeah, here. And she opens a desk, grabs a little book and just starts flipping through it and just goes, this is the only thing I have of the old leader. Something.
Yeah, I'll definitely take it and read it.
Yeah. It seems to be a log of various actions, you know?
Okay.
It's very quick word, you know what I mean? It doesn't seem like it's monologue-y yet, just bullet points of stuff.
I would probably have the date of their banishment, right?
You probably know, yeah. They'd always tell it. They'd be like, it started on the 3rd of whatever. So you find that date and you look through, and there is a bullet point that mentions the Knotts family, and it says something about how they broke some sort of record, and nothing about the banishment. The other thing is this: they seemed hyper focused on how quickly they were doing good work.
They were banished for breaking a record?
Nolani takes a look at it and just goes, if they were too good at what they did, I could see someone vindictive possibly framing them. I don't know much about who ran Meratoll before me. I really don't. This book is all I have, and every couple of days I'll remember and flip to something, and it's so boring. I don't read it. It's bullet points, you know.
Well, Nolani, I might be able to fill in some of the gaps. So I still have my family's vessel. It's the Cloud Runner. It's a ship that's actually very similar to this one.
This ship used to belong to they were competitors, weren't they? That would explain things. She starts looking through it, you know, and looking through the book and just goes, I think again don't know much. This is all guessing, but if the old leader was trying to make sure that their ship, their crew, their was the one people turned to in the city instead of people who were doing better, framing people who were getting better than you at trading and things like that, and then getting them out of Meratoll would be a way to monopolize.
Aero
She looks horrified, by the way.
Aero is gonna close the book and just put it down on the desk, and just look at Nolani and say, and just sigh a huge breath of relief. Nolani, this is probably one of the greatest gifts that you could have given me in this meeting. I have been wondering for a long time about family. I'm glad to see that nothing ill has gone towards that. So, thank you. I guess two things that should happen. I guess immediately, if it's within your power, that is. The first is I would very much love the ban to be lifted on the nuts and allow them to return to Meratoll.
Oh, she like closes the book and like puts it down. Just says, "Oh yeah, for sure." And then like looking at the book again, just kind of goes like, "I don't know what he was on, but fuck this guy."
Fair. And second, go find Lee. Go sailing. Family comes first.
Right. She kind of looks to Rocky and Gravel and Sue again, just kind of goes, "Yeah, I take it you three came here to make sure everything went well, right?"
Of course.
Yes.
Can I tell you a secret that helped with our parents?
Of course.
Well, I always had Pebble here, so it wasn't like I was alone. But our parents always made sure to have one day a week where they just hung out with us, even if it was for a couple of hours. We played games, or we watched plays, or we just did fun things. And those are the memories that we have. And it didn't matter that they worked the rest of the week.
She looks like she just looks so distraught, you know? And she just kind of goes, "I kind of have to be the parent and the sister. It's a hard needle to thread, but I think you're onto something.
But she still wants you around, and that's the grand adventure, isn't it?
Give her part of a day, once a week. Put it on your calendar. Nothing else is allowed to be scheduled at that time. Just make it happen."
Also, just set up a dummy in your office and have it be sleeping.
That's a genius idea.
She blinks for a minute and just kind of turns to Sue and goes, "You mentioned something about delegation earlier."
Yes, I did. I've got a bit of a business mind myself.
How does one do that? I'm of the mind of, if someone asks me to do something, I do it because someone asked me. And then I stress the hell out about it.
That's a mood. So I think you must have people that you trust, right?
Yeah?
Well, is that a guess or is that a no? That sounded a little kind of like a no.
I have people that I trust, but the work specifically I have to do is so beyond casual trust, if that makes any sense.
Well, I don't think trust is exactly casual. You just go through a hiring process. You just have to find people who you would trust to do certain jobs. And you can always do the more important ones, but there should be just a handful of ones that are incredibly important that desire your attention, and then everything else can go to someone else.
You might even find people who are better at doing certain things than you are, and that would lend strength to your endeavors.
She just kind of like deflates for a minute and just kind of goes like, "Oh, I've been on for so long, I forgot how to have a crew."
Well, that's how you got here in the first place, right? I mean, it was the six of you, and you all became members of your races, and alone you wouldn't have been able to do it. And obviously, you won't be able to. It's the kind of thing you'll have to pass someday. So maybe that each of you mayors need to have a crew of 5 other individuals who you are grooming towards such a thing.
She like raises her eyebrow at this and goes, and like then does like an eye jot around the room thing and just goes, "Did you count the bear?"
if
like completely on to what that meant.
oh no. I'm Nilani, I'm certainly not the individual you want on your. I'm saying you need to find those people.
No, there's. I mean, if I may, it appears that you are like two groups of, well, various families, and that's what I have going. And even if not officially, I would not mind. The advice seems that you all have your heads on a bit tighter than myself.
I can be a bodyguard, and Mr. Bear can be your friend. I called him Mare Bear. Mare Bear can be your friend. He could sit there and just listen to you talk.
Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast I'm gonna use illusionist and make the bear look like a sleep.
Look like a what?
Asleep.
Yeah. Ooh, yes, 26.
The bear like looks like it's asleep, and she just goes, "Oh," and like you see the start of a plan forming, and she just kind of looks to Rocky and just says like, "Well, I wouldn't need to be guarded per se, but
Dang it! Nobody needs to be guarded.
well, it's a nice town, but I wouldn't mind having someone here saying that they're my bodyguard who I can just hang out with."
I guess it's up to Pebble too, because Pebble, I don't know, Pebble, you could go and be on the ship if you want, or you could, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't make decisions for the both of us.
What would make you most happy?
More carnival games.
This isn't permanent. I wouldn't ask you to give up any of your own personal, ambitions for that. But, I mean, a little help once in a while would be appreciated. As she says that, she, like, shrugs a bit, and her elbow hits one stack of books that fall to the floor, and she just kind of, like, sighs. It's just like, as you can see.
I think that's something that we could probably all assist with, right?
I mean, I could just throw people who try to come near you to give you more work. It worked with kids.
If you can work with kids, you can work with politicians.
Can I throw them?
I really, really hope the answer to that is yes.
I'm in.
And then she kind of turns to Sue and just goes, "What about you? Are you? I'm not really. I don't really know how this got here. We kind of went off."
Somehow we're
Yes.
becoming politician helpers.
Oh, well, no offense meant to you, of course, Noelani, but I don't really like to be here in Meratoll, so I would prefer it if I was...
I might have a thought on that. See, I mean, Sue, you have to come back and visit. That's my only stipulation on that. I'll say that up front. I think I need to be here. I think I can provide some help, and this might be an interesting adventure in its own way. So that does mean that the Cloud Runner is going to need a captain, and as long as you keep her in good shape, and make sure the adventure happens, I would be fine handing her off to you for it.
Oh, you do truly mean that?
Noelani kind of gives a smile and goes, "If you sailed out, I mean, all I would ask in return is that when you do show up, you could give me and my sister a ride every once in a while."
I could certainly do that, as long as she does not invite her friends.
I will ensure that sister time is sister time.
I'll just throw them overboard. It's fine.
Sue, I think I think you're the next captain of the Cloud Rider. I only ask that if the day does come and wish to step behind the wheel again, that I can join you.
Of course, always.
And one other thing. Some of my family has expressed some interest over the years in getting back in the business. If you could crew them, I think.
Sorry, you're cutting out for me. What'd you say?
Oh, sorry. If you could provide them, positions on your vessel, that would be. I think that would make them very happy.
Of course. I'm certain that I could.
Well, Captain.
Noelani blinks for a second and goes, "What just happened?" Like, I feel like something big just happened, but I can't quite. What?
Let's deal with today. Let's get you to your sister, and let's get to sailing. We'll deal with all the intricacies later. Yes.
I agree. And she kind of goes, "Besides, if you're all figuring out changes," she kind of like rubs her shoulder with her arm, just kind of goes, "You at least deserve like a weekend before all these big changes play. At least. I don't expect this to be soon, but you're welcome to stay here until you're ready. Enjoy the carnival for a while, sail out when you want, get Sue a little bit more acclimated. And then when the time comes, we'll get to work, I guess." But like, she kind of like closes one of the other books. "We've adulted hard enough that we deserve a weekend at least, right?"
Indeed.
Thank goodness. And she like gets up, kind of dusts herself off, and just goes, "Well, time for a boat ride, and then a ton of carnival games, and hopefully so much cotton candy that I pass out in a good way." And she just like struts out, like with newfound confidence, leaving you four in this room to leave when you're ready.
And we ransack everything. I suppose we'll follow. Yeah, like
I think, unless if anyone has something they want to throw out there, they can for like a final scene. But like, I think ending on them going out to sea for a fun time is kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably Sue and I probably take we probably take Nolani and Lee out, and like we're talking about the ship and we're doing sailing. It's the four. I assume Rocky and Grab will probably stay in the car.
I just look at Gravel and go, "What do you want to do? We always do what I want to do. I never ask you what you want to do."
Well, I certainly like being on land again. That's a good start.
Right? It's so much better.
Well, let's start there today, and we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Okay.
And I think that is the best place to call the session.
Woo.
Yay.
Woo!
Yay.
So many heartfelt moments.
Aw.
Got deep there, guys. It was nice.
Yeah. The last one was so chaotic, and today was so much feels.
It kind of dawned on me midway through that I had set up like the exact family dynamic that the characters had with the leader. And I was like, oh, well, this just has to be confronted, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't think it would get this far, but here we are.
We all have government jobs now. Hopefully there's pensions.
It's like the most nothing government jobs either too, and it's like the best.
As long as Rocky gets to throw a politician, she's gonna be happy.
Rocky gets to throw whatever she wants.
I'm so curious to see what Aero like. What on earth is he thinking? Like, okay, I guess.
See, in genuine truth, what I think Noelani's gonna want out of this whole situation is just like people to tell them, go get your sleep, get rest, be like self-care is important.
Oh, we can do that.
Oh, she needs friend squad. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
we can do that.
She needs the older sibling needs an older sibling.
Uh-huh.
I just figured it out.
Hmm.
Aero is gonna stay in port and popularize Charco Polo.
Ah! Ah!
Yes.
Just dabbing over here, just left and right. Oh god.
Oh, you lost cool points with that, but the Sharko thing, you had me.
Yeah.
I didn't expect everything to wrap up so perfectly. Like, I swear to God, none of this was planned.
Sharko
We're just the perfect adventuring group.
Yep.
Yes.
They are. Really are.
Totally.
This is so much fun.
Gosh.
It's so nice to get into those characters' spaces again.
Yeah.
I do apologize for bombarding you with children.
Oh no, that was great.
Well, I think that's it from me. If y'all want to quickly tell everyone where you are one more time, and then we'll get the bot out of here. I don't know. Yeah.
Let's go backwards.
Oh,
Backwards.
Oh.
No,
Dan, you're first.
I'm Dan. I'm the DM for the last tapestry. You can find.
Oh, I'm Dan.
Should I take that again?
I want to keep all of that in though.
You find me on Twitter at the last tapestry. That's me.
I'm Nikki, and I'm the host of Beholder to No One, where I have 3 different shows and probably another one on the way. And you can find me at Beholder to No One on Twitter or at beholdertoknoone.com. And I lost my train of thought because now I'm just laughing at Dan.
Hi, I'm Cheryl. You can find me variously on the internet as The Roving Naturalist and on the Nature Check Project, and you can find me in the real world panicking about my science experiments.
Hey, I'm Joel Shalda. I am an indie creator, and you can find me on Twitter at Salamander. And you can find me on Itch at The Big Tabletop.
nice. And you can find me at Wyldrvir. Anything Wyldrvir, you can find me and my partner Crow. We hang out, we do stuff. It's so weird that I get to it's so bizarre. This is the first sequel a playtest session has ever gotten.
Yeah.
Yay!
So
We're
glad
special.
I'm so glad it was this crew, yo.
Were we the first?
One of them. You
One
might
of the
have
first ones.
Yeah.
definitely one of the first. I don't know because the one with Shrike might have been
I think
you were
it was
either two or three. I swear you were first 3. I can tell you that for sure. I just don't know if it was 2 or 3.
So,
You're
guys,
the first in my heart.
we have to have a 3rd episode. It has to be Return. It's Return of the Bucket.
We do have to.
I can't. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Fair.
And we
fair.
can cut this part out, but
Yeah.
that's not gonna happen.
Fair enough.
So it would be funny.
Yeah. It's fine. I think we can let Craig stop their endless